there's all different kinds of ways to get everybody involved so that as these kids get a little bit older, they want to take part in like making the table pretty and they want to be a part of like the festivities. So include everybody. Everybody wants a role. And if you have to delegate because no one's asking, delegate.
Bring it on!
Welcome to Girls Gone Gritty.
I'm Farley Boyle.
I'm Darian Boyle.
And I'm Jennifer Berenius.
Collectively, we're two sister-in-laws with our bestie. We don't just talk, we do it. Day, night, mountain, beach, and city.
Get ready as we bring gratitude and attitude to everything we do.
We jump in head first, unafraid, and we're all in all the time. We bring it on and get it on each week, diving deep into authentic, unscripted conversations
on just about everything. So,
let's get gritty.
Bring it on! Bring it on! Don't wait until tomorrow!
Live from Bring It On Studios on Turkey Day. We are so excited for Thanksgiving, as you can tell. And we just are hoping that it's all about gratitude, family, friends, however you celebrate. That's what we're here to talk about today. Our own traditions. And each of us have, something unique. And it's something to look forward to. Although Darian and I actually spend a lot of our traditions together, which is a blessing in itself.
Yeah.
So,
keep going, Far. No, you keep going, man.
I'm just saying,
That was a good open.
I think that we have done Thanksgiving together for 24 years. 29 years, because I dated Pat and I was an only child and I didn't really go home a lot for Thanksgiving. Maybe let's just call it 24 years to be safe.
Well, how nice is it when you can have family and be home for Thanksgiving? Let's give a little shout out to all the people who are unable to be with their families on Thanksgiving. If you're serving in the military or you're someplace abroad or you're just unable to be with your family this Thanksgiving because you're someplace like Australia, let's give some gratitude to the people that are expanding our lives, their lives, whatever the reason is that they can't be with us today. We thank you and we are really grateful for you.
You're so missed. But and tradition. Thanksgiving is all about tradition, family, and love. And we have on our family, on my mom's side, we have 32 first cousins. And if my grandfather was alive, I think there's like 185 grandkids, great grandkids. But every year growing up, we have a family soccer game. Now, all those 32 first cousins, everyone is a super athlete, as you know, Farley. So this is like the induction into the fight.
It is. And it's intimidating.
36, sometimes 36 on 36. You get grandmas, you get moms, you get littles, you get
Aunts,
uncles, you get
boyfriends, girlfriends.
Well,
the fiancés.
You know it's real, a relationship, when you get invited to come to Thanksgiving. And it's like game on.
Oh, it's game on. There's been like major injuries. There's been like blown out ankles, torn Achilles. I mean,
they're line driving. This isn't like family soccer. This is a full on.
It's all out.
But it's great because we have a big soccer game and then we drink beers after. And then you go to one of the family's houses and you're always together and sharing stories.
And I circulate for like pumpkin soup at one house. And then we go to the next house for sausage pie.
Oh, the famous, and either of you guys have in your family. So my Aunt Pam, Zuzai, makes this sausage pie. And it is the best sausage pie you've ever had. And she will not give you the recipe.
Oh, good for her.
The only one that has the recipe is my cousin Megan. And she won't share it either.
And anybody that tries to make it,
word of secrecy, that's an important thing.
But anybody that tries to make it, I mean, it's delicious. Like Michaela makes a really delicious one, but it's just not Aunt Pam's.
There's something about it. And I was like, hey, Aunt Pam, do you have the secret? Nope.
And Aunt Pam still makes one for every family. So like we'll get one pie for the Boyle fam.
Yeah.
And we have to have like little teeny tiny slivers because everybody wants the original. And then we go have like two more that Michaela has made that are delicious, but it's not as exact as the original.
Oh, that's so fun.
It's so good. And it's like pumpkin soup, which is standard, into sausage pie.
Oh, yeah.
Into just a feast. Like
every family used to do it together. Like when we were a smaller brood, we would all do it together actually at Aunt Pam's.
Yeah.
Like in the back room, in the green room. But now, because we've all got married and had kids and expanded, everybody goes to their own house for the actual meal.
Yeah. And then the best was after the big meal, we all go to a bar and we dance. and we
Rip it up.
rip it up
That's
so
not
hard.
shocking.
The one time my grandfather, the last one that we did, we had the entire family go through all of bar anticipation, this bar in Belmar. We all held hands and we fully did the wave with like, I think there were maybe 85 people, littles, doing shots of tequila and dancing. And it's like
The littles weren't doing shots of tequila.
there, but it was like it's tradition. That's what you look forward to every single year. And it's just, I just love traditions and I love Thanksgiving.
See, it's so interesting. So my family, we alternate Thanksgiving with my side of the family and my husband's side of the family. So it's really fun. Initially I was very like, oh, we don't have the same exact Thanksgiving every single year, but we get like a good mix. So this year I'm so excited. Today we'll be going to my cousin Gabe's house, and his party has turned into just everybody who doesn't have a place to go, like your friend or your family member, or like, so my parents will come with us today, and my sister will spend her Thanksgiving with my sister's family and my brother with his family. But like the tradition of seeing people that you haven't seen and you don't see every year is so fun. And Gabe makes it so fun because he gets a big tent outside. I mean, he goes all out just to make everybody feel so welcome and happy. And before that, we play my family, we've played pickleball with these turkey hats on every year. And my kids kind of hate me for it, but that's what happens.
They'll love you for it when they look at the photos later in
This
life.
year, we're doing a pickleball tournament with some of my son's friends. So I'm really excited for that today. That's going to be an amazing, fun time. And, hope the weather holds because, the day being a beautiful fall day is so important
I
in this
start
day.
my morning off because I'm always chefing up. I usually bring a turkey.
Yep.
We have to have more than one turkey, and everybody wants
I think you can
leftovers.
smell it far.
I mean, it's true. Like I make it and then it sloshes all the way down. Like I can never secure it in the back of my car before I go to the soccer game. It sits in the car for the soccer game.
But it's tented up nicely, so you're fine.
It is tented up nicely. But I get up in the morning and my kids are so psyched. I make a breakfast casserole that they look forward to that is basically like French toast with a little sausage, cheese, and I melt butter and syrup together. Pour it over the top of it, and everybody gets a slice. And they watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Some new balloons this year on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'm excited about that too.
And you know what?
Fancy
You're
parade.
never too old for it. You know what? It's like you see what's coming up on Broadway. You see like one of the pop stars that the kids used to like be obsessed with. You see cartoon characters that you grew up with. I mean, it's fun for everybody. It's the backdrop of my morning of cooking. I'm making, stuffing. I'm making all kinds of things to bring. And it's just an enjoyable moment that has become something that we just do. And that's how I grew up, actually, as my single self, only me, myself, and I as an only child. That was something I did with my mom and dad.
Yeah. So we're doing the same thing. So wake up, we make a big breakfast, turn on the parade, and then I always try to go surf it with my brothers. And that's just something I'd love to do on a Thanksgiving Day. And it's always like, okay, we got to get that in before soccer because you can never miss the soccer
it's
game.
true.
And it's still going on, which is great. I mean, my grandfather's not here, and slowly over time, a few people have passed. So you miss them, but we do big shout outs for them. And in the morning, it's just filled with just relaxing and cooking, and the house smells great because we'll host Thanksgiving, or my other sister-in-law, Alexandra, now that she has.
We're going to Allie's this year.
We're going to Allie's this year. So I was like, I love it because when I host, you still have the kids' table. You have like the grown-up table, and you go and you get to bring out all your favorite dishes and serving dishes. And it's almost like this.
Use your china, people.
Yes.
It's all registered for
Yes.
this ridiculous china, and it's like sitting in a cabinet. I actually had a send-off party for Mackenzie this past weekend, and it was like a dinner party, but not. It was an open house, and I didn't serve dinner because so many people were coming and going. I used my wedding china, and everybody was so happy. I used my beautiful crystal. Everybody had a gorgeous glass in their hands, and the places that, like, even though my table was just all different types of appetizers, I broke out the good stuff. When do you use your good stuff? Don't just use it on Thanksgiving. You taught me that, actually.
Yeah.
Every time we go over to Darian's house, she breaks out her Lynn Chase. I break out my Lynn Chase. Use your special stuff. It's special only when you're using it with special people. It's not special if it's sitting collecting dust somewhere.
That's why I always want to have dinner parties, because you can bring out all your china, because it sits there. And
It's special.
And that's what Alexandra said, who owns Source and Tradition, my sister-in-law. So she's makes this beautiful ceramic plates and bowls and dinnerware. And she's like,
She's so talented.
She's used. We have to bring her on the show.
It's porcelain,
We do.
Yeah.
isn't it?
And
Porcelain?
you could put it in the dishwasher, but she said use it because it sits there and it's you go and see other plates, you're like, oh, I want to buy that, but the art of like having dinner parties and fancy sit down dinners, it's
Well, and that's the beauty about Thanksgiving. I think that's why so many of us, especially now with kids and moving away from just the commercialism of Christmas that we're entering right now into. I mean, it's
Scary.
right at Thanksgiving. I mean, it starts right at Halloween. And, Christmas is right after Halloween.
I don't want to
so-
see any Christmas stuff before I see Thanksgiving stuff.
Well, they don't do Thanksgiving stuff, and you know what? I have to say, I kind of like that.
because it can make money.
You know what? Let's
do.
just
They
keep
do
it really
gourds.
simple.
They do-
No. But I'm saying it hasn't been like so commercialized where like, we can just be quiet and still and appreciate sitting around the table, holding hands and being with one another without needing gifts and,
Oh, yeah.
presents. We can be present in the moment. And that is the greatest gift. And I think that's why so many people, ourselves included, just adore this holiday like no other. It's just the simplicity and the family and the fall festivity of it is just such an amazing time of year. And I love just being able to sit at the table and have conversation and elevate everybody's understanding
No
of
phones,
where you
people.
are.
No phone roll.
Stack.
Totally. Phone
Stack.
stack.
Well, we have Thanksgiving the whole Thursday and it finishes. We go meet, go dancing, but then the weekend continues because on Saturday, because we're obviously a little
And everybody's in
competitive
town.
and athletic, we go and have a big paddle
match.
tournament. And it is legit because my one cousin was like New Jersey national champion, Hillary Duff.
Hill.
And but it's hardcore. So you look forward to this next event on Saturday,
So fun.
and it's paddle, and then after paddle, we all go to rods, and
You draw numbers, so
Yeah.
that's how you get seated. You you don't know who you're playing with, so it's great. And it's all different ages and stages of ability, so it makes it fair. And it's a point system. It's awesome.
and if you get someone who's not good, they're
You're
like
bombing.
wah wah wah. But then we go and we air it out, and
Then we go
to
back to rods and
And wait, Far, how about you in the sneakers? Oh my God, at Edgar's.
oh my God, we just the day just went on and on and on, and I never ever took off my white paddle sneakers, and we're out dancing and having the best time ever. And I look down and I look like Jerry Seinfeld. Like I'm in first of all, my feet aren't small, and all you could see were like these glowing white sneakers as we were dancing,
Breakdancing.
breakdancing.
Yes.
That's
So
fun.
that's our Thanksgiving fun, and then you eat leftovers, and
I have a crafty tip that I'd love to share because I think these made me the happiest person ever. If you're responsible for decorating your table this year, I love getting a table ready and I love doing the flowers. I think the simplest, most beautiful thing is if you get some of those bigger gourds that are kind of that tealy green pumpkin looking shape or whatever, round pumpkin-esque looking smaller gourd that you can find. If you can hollow it out and you actually plant succulents in it could be temporary. You could just take them out of the little succulent containers and just put them there temporarily. You're not competing looking at people's faces across the table because they're low to the table. So it's not like a flower arrangement that you kind of either have to take and put out of the way, or, if you're doing cubed flower arrangements, a lot of times there's a lot of stuff on your Thanksgiving table. These don't take up a lot of room. You could do even the smaller ones. I'll post a picture, on online later, but they made me so happy. They are fabulous gifts to bring to somebody's house because there's always a place that you can stick a gourd that has succulents coming out of it. So just an FYI, it is one of my favorite decor items of this season.
I love the decor items. I go through it, and you bring out your gravy boat, and then I go, oh my God, this was my grandfather's. And then you have that moment in time that you kind of go back to when you're little, and there's all these kind of heirloom pieces that come out during Thanksgiving. And when you set these big tables, that one is a great one. I love it.
Sometimes there's some heirlooms that have a little chip on it, and you're not going to not use it because it has a little chip. It doesn't have to be perfect if it's special and it's,
Right.
coming down generation after generation.
Well, it means it was a good party if it has a chip. It's not a party until something gets broken. So,
Yeah, several glasses got broken the other night.
that's kind of what happens. I just think that, you know what, take the time today to sit across the table from somebody that you don't get to see and talk to all the time. Ask them how they're doing. And here's another little tip that I will say, having had the kids go through the years, be really careful about how you talk to your kids that are going through the college time, because it's a really hot button right now. Like, just make sure that when you don't have a loaded, try not to load your questions. I think that's really what I want to say, is try to ask very open-ended, very communicative questions that empower people to share what they feel, instead of being like, well, where'd you apply to college? Well, where are you going next year? What's your job? Like, like,
Avoid the stress.
allow some space for, like real conversations to evolve, and try not to put some of the pressure on those college bound students, because having been through it multiple years, I've watched the faces across the table when somebody asks a question and the kids are just like, oh my God, Mom, I don't know. So I think that's fun. And I think it's fun when you watch the older generation talk to the younger generation, and they slow down for a little bit. And watching the littles like rip around the room, and everybody's like, waiting for something to get broken. It's just a fun energy of a day. I'm so excited.
Yeah, there's Thanksgiving crackers too. Like, how people have the Christmas crackers? There's Thanksgiving crackers that you can put like on everybody's plate, and you just and then there's something fun inside, a funny joke, a funny question, a little prize. It's fun for the kids' table. It's fun for the adults' table.
We had them last year. The last 2 years, I'm excited about this year because we've been in Costa Rica. And our friends from California came and met us, Sandra and James and their crew. So we have a whole crew for 2 years. Went to this surf place in Costa Rica, and it was such a different Thanksgiving. And it's fun to kind of go out of the country and see how we incorporated the same tradition. So the house that we stayed in, the guy who owns it is from America. So we said we want turkeys, and he went and they get all the ingredients for us to have a full on Thanksgiving turkey, like, adventure down there. So we surfed all day, and we cooked turkeys, and we're drinking, and it's the same thing. But we did have poppers because it's my birthday on Thanksgiving. Sometimes it falls directly on Thanksgiving, or other times a couple days before or after. But they had these poppers that they put in the cake, and I literally thought it was going to explode the whole cake. But it's always fun to kind of have a little lit up Thanksgiving if you can.
It's nice to have a nameplate,
Yeah.
or a name card. And it's also nice, like, if the kids can be a part of like the kids' table, let them like make the turkey out of their hands, or use artwork that they've come home from school with, and let each place have a different piece of art that makes them feel proud. Or let everybody, the kids could come in and they could actually create their own little placemat. There's all different kinds of ways to get everybody involved, so that as these kids get a little bit older, they want to take part in like making the table pretty, and they want to be a part of like the festivities. So include everybody. Everybody wants a role. And if you have to delegate because no one's asking, delegate, because then it feels like, hey, I brought the pumpkin pie. Everybody loves the pumpkin pie. Jeff always makes his apple pie.
Oh, Jeff's apple pie.
And then people want your
So good.
contribution year after year.
Absolutely.
So,
Lily every year says, Uncle Jeff, can you make your apple pie? He makes an apple pie, Jen, that is, he sits there. It's his mom's recipe, cuts specific apples, not Granny Smith. It is like his specific apple. And he sits there and makes these pies. And the pie is so high. It's delicious. I need fresh nutmeg balls. And he uses it with the little scraper, and they're so delicious. We had a pie sale at Secret School to raise money for the PTO, and Lex Carlissimo, hi Lex, if you're listening, remember, hey Jeff, can you bring 7 pies this year? That was last year, and they sold within, like, people had their names on them before they even went out.
Hefe. All right. So what is your favorite Thanksgiving Day food? If you could pick one thing that you could fill your plate with, what do you love in that's made? Or a couple of things. Like what is your have to have on
mashed potatoes.
I love the string beans with string bean casserole with the crushed fried onions, and then you use cream of mushroom soup. I love it because it's something that is just that's Thanksgiving.
That's delicious.
My Gabe's and my husband's uncle, so another uncle on the other side who's no longer with us, always made a wild mushroom soup. And he actually, Uncle Tony, would forage for his own mushrooms. He could tell his own mushrooms. He lived in North Caldwell, and he would go to just regular places, not any place crazy, and he would know which mushrooms to pull. And he would get most of his mushrooms from the wild and then supplement them with very special mushrooms. And his wild mushroom soup is not replicable.
Replicate. Can't replicate it.
Cannot replicate it. Thank you, Farley. And it's something that we miss. We try. My dad is the soup master now, so he makes a square soup, and he'll make a seafood stew. I mean, he really loves to make soups.
She's Italian. If you don't know that, one thing that she has ruined me on for life, her mother-in-law makes fresh pasta for every event at their house. And for Christmas, her mother makes the most delicious lasagna you've ever had. But this is the part that has killed me. They make fresh cherry pepper spread, and they put cherry pepper spread
at Uncle Tony too
on their lasagna. And I cannot eat lasagna now without a spicy pepper spread. And now I use basically pepper spreads on everything, because if it's so good on lasagna, then you know it's good with mayo on a sandwich. I know you hate mayo, but it's nice to take on other people's traditions and to walk away appreciating something so much that it's kind of changed your life. And now every time I make lasagna at my house, I have pepper spread.
And those peppers are from a garden in Garfield, because that's the Italian Mecca. So the family grows their own peppers, and those peppers come from that garden.
And they're nice enough to bequeath people their own pepper spread that you can take with you. They have it little bottles, and you can take it with you if you're lucky enough to get.
Oh yeah, and my mother-in-law always makes enough for everybody to take some home, because that's a requirement. Because she's already started it. She starts Halloween, rolling out her homemade pasta sheets and putting it. They're in the freezer right now for Christmas. For Christmas, she's already started it. It's already a done deal.
Die for it,
because it's a staple of Christmas, and like I said, we've already started it. But I absolutely love all the sides. I've decided I'm a Brussels sprout girl. I'm the carrot girl. I'm the salad girl.
I like your mom's candied yams.
Oh, mom's candied yams are so delicious.
With the marshmallow that gets crunchy on the top.
I have to have marshmallows.
I like it. Only on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
So Jeff fries a turkey when we have Thanksgiving at our house. He fries the turkey.
And I bring the traditional roasted turkey.
Yeah.
His is more succulent.
It's literally, you have
one of those big vats?
A big vat, and you get the look, all the oil, and he drops it in, but he marinates it, and he has just the recipe down to a T. And I love that he loves to cook so much.
He does. He's into it.
And it's just, that's what Thanksgiving, it's so much fun.
Does he marinate, or does he brine it? Because
he brines it.
He brines it. Yeah.
He has this brine.
People that go crazy over the brining.
Yeah. Talk about a brine. So we were in Costa Rica. So James and Jeff are doing the turkey. Mr. James makes the most insane turkey. So we got coolers, and we're making brines in these coolers in Costa Rica, and they're brining for hours, and you just looked in and you're kind of 50-50 would gross you out or not, but pulled it together, and it's just so delicious. No matter where you are, if you can just take those traditions with you, it's Thanksgiving. It's about being together. When I lived in Tahoe and I wouldn't come home, I'd always have a Friendsgiving. And we would have
on
anybody.
Anybody that wants to come to my house is welcome, or any of our houses. We always have
true. Like Pat Lack, you were like, "Come on, Pat." Well, he's family, and anybody.
Yeah.
Our doors are open. But even living out west, it was so much fun, because I loved making turkey and the whole.
I've got another tip
tradition
to make your house smell delicious. If you like this, because everybody will enjoy spiking it as well. If you have apple cider, and you kind of just put some cinnamon cloves and any other thing that you want, cinnamon sticks and cloves, in your apple cider, and you just kind of boil it on low, just keep it going. The smell in your house is so to die for. I like that. That's home for me. That's what my mom used to do. And I would walk in from college and I'd be like, the smell. So definitely go the extra mile and make people crave everything about the holidays in your own home,
and share those traditions.
Yeah,
and that
sure.
I see Dee Dee, who was so excited because this is the year that she can play soccer. She's a good soccer player. So back when we had Thanksgiving, I don't know, 5 years ago, last time, I mean, she was little running around, and I'm nervous that she's going to get hit. now she said, Mom, we can't go to Costa Rica. I want to play in a soccer game.
Oh, yeah.
You get so excited for this event, and that's what's happening in a couple hours. So we're going to have to wrap this up.
And kids want to be home. That's the other thing. Like, the vacations sound great, and they are great when you take them, because we've done that too. We've gone away for holidays.
Nice.
And then you're sad because you do miss the traditions, and you do miss that intentionality of the love that's been put into the table setting, the food, the energy of just being together. So on that note, we want you to go ahead and go be with your family, go share some love and some intention, share gratitude, share stories, tell somebody something they don't know about you, ask them something about themselves that you may not know. Really try and dig deep this holiday, because we're grateful for you digging deep and being gritty with us here on Girls Gone Gritty, and really make it a great, great Thanksgiving.
I'm off to the Michigan-Ohio State game tomorrow.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Gobble, gobble. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Girls Gone Gritty.
You can check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
If this episode hits home, share it with someone who needs to get gritty.
The 3 Gs, we'll see you next week.
Peace out.